Hello and welcome, I'm Thomas Porteous and you're watching NewsX World. Let's take a look at some of the top stories. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukrainians will not give their land to occupiers following US President Donald Trump's hint at territorial concessions to end the Ukraine war. Zelensky adds any solution without Ukraine would be against peace as Trump announces talks with Putin in Alaska. This comes as the Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke with the leaders of China, India and 3 ex-Soviet states about his contacts with the United States. Trump's administration had placed 50% tariffs on India over the purchase of Russian oil, with threats made for other nations doing the same. India's Air Force chief says the country shot down 5 Pakistani fighter jets and another military aircraft during clashes in May after the Pahalgam terror attack. Most were downed using Russian-made S-400 missiles with electronic tracking data confirming the strikes. Thousands have gathered in Nagasaki to mark the 80th anniversary of the atomic bombing, as the regional mayor warns that current global conflicts risk triggering a nuclear war. On this day in 1945, the United States dropped a 10,000-pound plutonium bomb, killing about tens of thousands of people. Syria will not participate in planned talks with the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces in Paris, according to Syria's state news agency. The government source cited a previous forum organised by the United States-backed SDF, calling it a violation of an agreed accord. UN Chief Antonio Guterres criticised Israel's plan to take control of Gaza City, calling it a dangerous escalation that would force Palestinians from their homes. Benjamin Netanyahu says his military is going to free Gaza from Hamas. Azerbaijan and Armenia sign a US-brokered peace deal during a meeting with President Donald Trump, aiming to boost economic ties and move towards full normalization after decades of conflict. The deal marks the first resolution of the conflict since the Cold War. Brazilian President Lula da Silva signed into law a bill easing environmental licensing rules but vetoed dozens of provisions. Nicknamed the Devastation Bill by environmentalists, it weakens environmental controls and gives states more power to issue licenses for new developments. 3 Thai soldiers were injured by a landmine while patrolling the border with Cambodia, days after the 2 countries agreed to a ceasefire. 1 soldier lost a foot and 2 others were injured in the incident near Sisaket and Phra Vihar provinces. We start this hour in Europe,